Chocks and Chocettes living in between. Chocolo Roberto here for another video review. Of course, it's a special one. It's the new Nestle Milkybar Raspberry Ripple Ice Cream. Well, buttons, I guess. It doesn't say buttons on it, but I guess it is. But there we go. Yeah, so it's one of the three. I don't think there's more in the ice cream range that Nestle are doing at the moment. We did have, well, we do have Nestle Munchies Cookie Dough Ice Cream. I've reviewed this already, although I don't think it's published on the channel at time of recording, but hopefully it will be by the time you see this. Basically, it seems to be essentially just a rebrand of their cookie dough flavour that they did of Munchies a few years back. But there we go. And also another one, it's the Aero Melts Neapolitan ice cream as well. So yes, there we go. So vanilla, strawberry and chocolate. But of course this is raspberry ripple, so it is raspberry flavoured rather than strawberry. So that's an interesting one as well. So I think they look very nice. It's a nice idea for sure. Nestle Milkybar packaging has recently gone very, very white. You know, it used to be quite beige. I don't know if this one still has a bit of beige on here, but I'm sure it's mostly like this white now, actually, if you look at it in the other packs and things. An interesting one, that one. But yeah. Right, well, I think we can see what's going on here. Now, I did mention the Raspberry Ripple Aero Melts. Wouldn't it be better, potentially, if these sort of made each melt, you know, three different flavours, essentially, all together, rather than individually, which is what they did. And they've done that with Nestle Milkybar Raspberry Ripple. Rather than do two different types in the pack, they've combined them, which I think is probably better, I would say. Yeah, as you can see there. All right, so what's it cost? Well, it's got the share pack, of course, saying it's basically promoting sharing it. So with others, with a movie as a treat, it's got down there. Here, of course. Simple stuff, it says. Milkybar, we believe in the joy of simple stuff, it says. All right, loved by generations, Milkybar never contains artificial flavours or preservatives. Good food, good life, Nestle. Don't mention about the cocoa plant here, Rainforest Alliance. So what does that mean? Well, here we go. That's what it means. If you look at that, white confectionery pieces with a raspberry flavour swirl. So it's not actually white chocolate. It isn't white chocolate. It says white confectionery pieces. So that's why there's no Nestle cocoa plant on it. You know. So yeah, so it isn't actually white chocolate. It's labelled as Milkybar, but it's not white chocolate. So interesting, that. Very interesting. Pretty poor, I think you'd say, as well. All right. Well, we'll investigate further, I guess, but there we go. It's got actually X on there as well. It's the first packaging I've seen. It doesn't have the Twitter bird logo. It's got an X on it. So it's vegetarians. And children less than 4 years have limited chewing ability. Good chocolate small sweets. There's the ingredients there. So it does have milk in it. It's got palm fat as well. There's the calories. So per 100 grams, 538 calories. So pretty much towards the top end of the 500 to 550 calories that products per 100 grams tend to have from my experience reviewing them on this channel. 29.3 grams of fat, 17 of which are saturates. Per 8 pieces, 108 calories, 5.9 grams of fat, 3.4 of which are saturates. So share or save, it says. 8 pieces equals 1 serving. Know your serving. So don't eat them all at once, it's trying to say. There you go, it's UK only. You can recycle at store, don't recycle at home, but in the Republic of Ireland, you can recycle at home. So why is that? What I do like, though, on the Nestle Milkybar products, it has the Milkybar kid throwing stuff away, rather than the generic throwaway symbol that they have, such as here on the Aero Melts one. So, yeah. Okay. I quite like that. Oh, nice little touch. Yeah, you can see from the pack as well that basically, you know, this is a false top. You know, it's got that hole in it which goes on the rail. I can't. It needs to be perforated a bit. But basically, that would never contain anything, so it's already a bit smaller. You move that down past the tear here part. And then, of course, there's crimpages at the side. A bit of a false bottom as well. So it's definitely smaller than you think it was. This pack for sure. Anything else? Get in touch. Things like this. Let's talk, it says. So there's the addresses and things. Obviously, there's the social medias. But yeah, that's very nice. I don't think there's much more to say, really, other than I think we need to get into it. So let's move ourselves down. Give it an open. Let's do it. Okay, everyone, going to give these Nestle Milkybar Raspberry Ripple Ice Cream buttons, I guess. Well, it doesn't say buttons. Does it even describe as buttons on the back? White confectionery pieces, it describes them as. I'll say there's no white chocolate in these, you know, not white chocolate confectionery pieces or whatever, white chocolate pieces. Yeah, alright, let's give them an open. Let's just get into it. So, time recorded, I've done about 1,100 reviews, if not more. So, if you like this video, please hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel, not just already. In the top right corner, I'll put links to playlist for more reviews, such as other related ones, such as other button reviews, other Nestle reviews, other white chocolate reviews, I guess, although this isn't white chocolate, and other stuff that I can think of. So, yeah, after you like to subscribe, go check this out. I've enjoyed those too. But it certainly looks nice, doesn't it, on the inside? It does look nice. There's a bit of a funny smell. I guess it's kind of a bit like a... I guess it's relatively similar to something like a drumstick smell, but you know, Swizzles Matlow drumstick or whatever, but not quite the same, I don't know. And also, I don't know, Raspberry Ripple. I guess it's good that it's half and half, or at least seems to be prominent with the raspberry colouring, but I think Raspberry Ripple definitely is more vanilla than than raspberry, but I guess, you know. Alright, let's see how many there are in here, shall we? We do have the weightage, 86 gram pack. Well, first of all, actually, let's just have a look at them. They do look very nice. I mean, look at that. Got doubled up there. Yeah, they do look very nice. Yeah, well, I like the look of these. Yeah. And they do look pretty nice, actually. Consistent look to them as well. Look at that. There you go. Yeah, very similar look to it on both sides there. I don't think they're all consistent like that, but well, maybe yeah, because that's different. And yeah, I don't know. They do seem to have a consistent look to them, actually. And that one isn't consistent. A lot of them have this look to them, at least in my pack. Interesting. All right, yeah, but they look very nice. They look pretty good. All right, let's see. Are they quite consistent in sizes? Some of them are quite big. I mean, they are buttons, so they're probably, you know, the grease are probably dropped on. So it just depends on how quickly they flop out into a circle or not, or whatever. The button. Some of them are a bit bigger than others, but I think that's fine. All right, yeah, see you there. Okay, so let's measure these two. What the diameter is. Well, this one diameter roughly 2.6. This one roughly 2.4. And height the same, 4.5. 5 if you round it up. 4.6. Quite similar in height, I guess. This one might just be overall a bit chunkier. Maybe. It's not flopped out as much, but don't know. Not sure. All right. Anyway. All right. Well, I think they look very nice. Well, that one's got a bit of a hole in it. Bit of a dot in it. I'm not sure what happened there, but what's this one? Maybe it's a buttonhole. How about that? You can sew it to your jacket. Not a hole all the way through, though, unfortunately. But all right. Let's lift ourselves up. Give them a taste. Let's do it. Can't see any other holes in them. Must be one off, or imperfections, let's say. Alright, let's lift ourselves up, give them a taste. Okay, everyone, going to give these new Nestle Milkybar Raspberry Ripple Ice Cream buttons, although it doesn't say buttons, a taste. So let's get this up. First of all, though, I would say, I've mentioned it, but if you just skip to this part, it isn't white chocolate, white confectionery pieces with raspberry flavour swirl. There's no mention of the Nestle Cocoa Plan or anything like that. There's no white chocolate in these. So, are they really Milkybar? I wouldn't say so, but there we go. Well, the Nestle Australia and their Milkybar doesn't contain white chocolate, bizarrely, so but the UK one does. Alright, well, they look very nice, these, I think you'd say, for sure. Have a very lovely look to them. Don't really look like Raspberry Ripple as such, though, I guess. And I do feel like maybe Raspberry Ripple would normally have more vanilla than raspberry. So maybe it could be white chocolate with just dashes of raspberry, but I don't know, let's see what they taste like. Are they going to be just like, basically, drumsticks? I don't know, that's my inclination, maybe, but let's find out. They do. They taste of drumsticks. Taste like sort of, chocolate drumsticks, basically. The Swizzles Matlow drumsticks. That's what they taste like. Originally, when you first bite into them, it's a bit more of a neutral flavour. But yeah, but they don't taste of white chocolate, and it's a bit powdery. Let's have a see. Let's try two together. It's interesting. Definitely more raspberry than anything else. I do have flavours, perhaps just a neutral, creamy flavour, I don't know. But I mean, it's there, you can tell it's there, but raspberry flavour kind of is the dominant flavour. It's a bit like, just as I say, eating a drumstick lolly. You've got two flavours there, but obviously the raspberry one is the one you kind of detect, even though the other one does exist. I mean, the problem with them is it doesn't taste like chocolate. It tastes like a sort of, you do get it does feel a bit, it's not powdery, but it does feel like it's not chocolate. You can tell, if you're looking for it, I guess. This is my case, I don't know. It's not quite, there's something not quite right about it. But nonetheless, they do a lot of these products where, Nestle, when you look at the Nestle Aero melts or anything that looks like it's white chocolate for Aero, it's not actually white chocolate, it's the same difference, same thing. And things like, Caramax were like this, and they weren't actually white chocolates, and the gold bars and things. So it's not unusual, it's not, specific to this, but I don't know. It doesn't taste like white chocolate. It definitely tastes more like something, a cheaper sweet. It tastes cheap. I think, is the gist of it. It tastes cheap, and I'm not saying that Swizzles, Matlow drumstick lollies are sort of cheap, but they kind of are, if you know what I mean. They're not an expensive sweet, and this kind of feels a bit like a pick and mix sweet, really. It certainly doesn't feel like an established quality product. I don't know if you could say that Milkybar is a quality product, but I definitely would say it's a flagship product. I mean, it's a quality product insofar as, say, Dairy Milk's a quality product. It's got something about it. Yeah, and it doesn't feel like that. It really feels like a cheap sweet, this, actually. It tastes okay, though. It tastes all right. But I don't know. It doesn't feel like a chocolate, and it isn't a chocolate, and it doesn't feel like one, and it's, I don't know. It feels more like a penny sweet. It feels like something you get a little, like a supermarket would do. In like their little penny sweet range or whatever, these little pick and mix range, they're sort of, as to do in little packs of sweets and things. It tastes like something you'd get in those. And I will say, like I've been mentioning, that they do taste of drumstick lollies. I don't think they're actually as good as drumstick lollies either. I think I prefer to have a drumstick lolly, to be honest with you. Yeah, they're just a bit nicer and a bit less, I don't know, sickly, artificial almost. I don't know if artificial is quite right, but I don't know, they taste a bit just better. I don't know, better experience, I would say. I don't know, it's alright. I think it looks nice, it's interesting, it's fun, but it's not great. And I don't know, it's a limited edition flavour, really, insofar as you'd have it once and probably not really bother with it again for the most part. Although I don't know if it is actually limited edition. But yeah, it's not very good. It should be white chocolate. It's labelled as Milkybar, so automatically should be white chocolate, and it isn't white chocolate. I mean, it doesn't taste like it's white chocolate for obvious reasons. Because of that, it tastes like a cheap product. It tastes like a cheap sort of pick and mix penny sweet product, own brand supermarket type stuff. Yeah, so while it's fun, while it's interesting, while it does taste of raspberry, I don't know if it particularly tastes of raspberry ripple, but it's it's a fair enough attempt at it. But if you imagine, as I say, does a drumstick lolly taste of raspberry ripple? I don't know, not really. Yeah, so I don't know. I think for me, 2.5 or 3. Yeah. I think it's probably it's interesting. I'm almost tempted to bump it up to a 3, but I think really it's a 2.5 out of 5. So, yeah, bit of a disappointment really. It's probably it's fun, but that fun doesn't last more than a couple of buttons for me. Maybe kids will be different, but there we go. Alright guys, well let me know what you think. Leave a comment or free. Always great to hear from you, and I'll always do my best to reply. And have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now. See ya.